Council Rock School Directors. Let's please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, can I have a roll call, please?
Edward Tate.
Present.
Michael Thorward.
Here.
Marion McKee.
Here.
Joseph Hidalgo.
Here.
Ed Solomon.
Here.
Mike Roosevelt.
Here.
Bob Hickey.
Here.
Yoda Pally.
Here.
And Kristen Marcel.
Here.
Thank you very much. We're going to go to letter C, Superintendent Report. Good evening, Dr. Sanka.
Good evening, Dr. Solomon, Board of
You just
School.
promoted me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We'll keep it. Good evening, Mr. Solomon, Board of School Directors, administrators, and certainly our community members. Tonight, pending your approval, I'm pleased to announce the following administrative candidates who will formally be recommended to the Board of School Directors. We're confident that each of our recommendations will foster and contribute greatly toward our mission of students first always. The recommended candidates have distinguished themselves after a series of rigorous interviews with various stakeholders representing our community. We are honored to have such talented, accomplished, and dedicated educational leaders join our team. I would like to thank all those who gave their time and lent their talent to the interview selection process, including students, parents, staff, and school board members. Please allow me to introduce some of our team members. Anthony Devlin will be recommended tonight to replace Dr. Chuck Lambert as Director of Special Services. Anthony will join the Council Rock team as the Director of Special Services upon Dr. Lambert's retirement. Anthony joins our team after having served for the last 11 years as an assistant to the superintendent and the Director of Pupil Services for the Neshaminy School District. In this capacity, Anthony oversaw the Special Services Department, including special education, counseling, social workers, psychologists, and nursing for over 8,500 students. Additionally, in this capacity, Anthony was responsible for all child accounting, central registration, the creation of the special education plan, as well as the development and supervision of the district's virtual academy. Prior to serving as the director and assistant to the superintendent, Anthony was a special education supervisor at the middle and high school level in both Neshaminy and Ben Salem school districts. Anthony holds his bachelor's degree from Temple University, his master's degree from Holy Family University, and a supervisory certificate from Lehigh University. Anthony is currently working towards his doctorate at Delaware Valley University. He is esteemed among his colleagues in both Neshaminy as well as our entire county. We are honored to have Anthony join our team, and I would like to be among the first to welcome Anthony to Council Rock. Our second candidate tonight and recommendation is John Raddick, affectionately known as Buff. John Raddick, or Buff, will begin his tenure as principal of Council Rock High School South after having served our district for the last 22 years in a variety of roles. Buff began his career in Council Rock as a business education teacher in 2000. After 5 years as a teacher, he began his work in administration, first as Dean of Students, and then both Assistant Principal and Athletic Director for Council Rock High School South. In 2016, Buff assumed the responsibility for budgeting and student activities in his Assistant Principal role. Buff is well respected and widely recognized for his steady leadership. He is student-centered and a collaborative leader who connects easily with students and adults alike. Buff holds his bachelor's degree from LaSalle University, his teacher certification from Rider University, and his principal's certification from Drexel University. His love for Council Rock is evident in all of his words and actions. We are truly excited for Buff to begin this new and exciting chapter as principal of Council Rock High School South. The third person I'd like to introduce to all of you tonight is Mrs. Althea Tomlinson. She will be serving in the role as Supervisor of Curriculum Instruction. Althea will bring her 22 years of experience to the Council Rock administrative team. Althea began her career in our district as social studies teacher in 2002. She has served as a middle school social studies department chair, a high school social studies teacher, a technology coach, webmaster, Twilight program director, and most recently as a technology integration specialist. Althea has been instrumental in developing and delivering virtual courses to our high school students. Althea holds her undergraduate and graduate degrees from the University of Pittsburgh and her supervisory certification in curriculum instruction from Lehigh University. Andrea Mangold is the fourth person we would like to introduce to you tonight. Andrea is being recommended as the STEAM Supervisor and Community Relations Coordinator. Andrea has held various positions in Council Rock since she began her tenure in 2006, including humanities teacher, library media specialist, and elementary teacher. As a Council Rock parent, Andrea has led several high-profile philanthropic events that included schools throughout the district. Prior to her career in education, Andrea was a reporter for 9 years with the Advance of Bucks County. Her leadership and work in the areas of STEM and science are extensive. In 2019, Andrea was named Earth Science Teacher of the Year in Pennsylvania by the National Association of Geoscience Teachers. She currently serves on a number of STEAM-related associations and science boards across the country. Additionally, Andrea serves on the Council Rock Education Foundation Board and is an adjunct professor at the College of New Jersey. Andrea holds her bachelor's degree from Temple University, her master's degree from LaSalle University. Andrea is recognized as a distinguished educational leader with a unique background from both within and outside of public education. Her passion and dedication to Council Rock is evident in all she does and will be as she embarks on this new exciting role. So they're the four candidates we have to put in front of the board tonight, and I would like to thank those folks and their families that have joined them tonight.
Is that the end of your report?
I have more.
Continue, sir.
Should I continue? Please. Some other information to share. We know that we are implementing our STEAM special at the elementary level this year. We had a robust pool of candidates, all internal applicants for the STEAM positions. Ms. Nicole Crawford led the work in the interviewing and selection process. All applicants went through a rigorous process. We're very proud of every applicant because that is our homegrown talent. The STEAM teachers have been selected, and we are working on preparing the STEAM special for the upcoming school year. This is an exciting opportunity for our students, and we can be sure to expect regular updates on our STEAM program at the elementary level. On tonight's agenda, there is a discussion item. We will be welcoming several Council Rock South students to hear and discuss their request to add a holiday to the Council Rock School District calendar. There is a draft of the school year 23-24 calendar on the agenda, which includes a placeholder for the holiday Eid, if adopted. Regarding community engagement, we would like to bring our community together during monthly community forums on various topics. Our first community forum will be on the topic of safety and security. It is scheduled for Wednesday, August 10th at 7 p.m. and will take place at Newtown Middle School. During the superintendent search, the community was polled and ranked safety and security as our top priority, which is one of the reasons we will begin our community forums with this topic. The community is encouraged to attend, and the purpose of this event is to inform our staff, families, and community of the proactive safety and security measures we are taking to ensure safe operation of our schools. Please mark your calendar for Wednesday, August 10th, 7 p.m., Newtown Middle School. Our summer school programs are in full swing. Nearly 1,200 Council Rock students have taken advantage of our summer educational programs. Additionally, nearly 300 students have participated in the summer evening music program. In case you're wondering what a day in the life of the summer program looks like, let me share with you that the programs have been filled with happy and smiling students. Students are learning, making friends, and having fun. There is purposeful yet flexible instruction, and the summer programs have helped to provide students with a sense of belonging, and we have an opportunity over the summer to pay special attention to students' individual interests and learning needs. Looking ahead, I know we're only in July, but there are some things I want to make sure the community is aware of. Looking ahead, a reminder that the next scheduled school board meeting has been moved to Monday, August 8th at 7 p.m. We will meet right in this room on Monday, August 8th at 7 p.m. A policy committee meeting will immediately follow. The August 25th Education Committee meeting has been canceled. The next scheduled Education Committee meeting will be held on Thursday, September 22nd. With August right around the corner, please mark your calendar for these important dates for the start of the new school year. Monday, October 15th, the Home Access Center, or HAC as we know it, will open. On August 15th, when HAC opens, families can learn about their students' schedules and busing assignments. Teachers return on Tuesday, August 23rd. Monday, August 29th is the first day of school for students in grades K to 6, grade 7, and grade 9. Tuesday, August 30th, all students and staff report. A reminder that the first week of school is a 4-day week and schools are closed for the long Labor Day weekend. The full 22-23 school year calendar can be found on the Council Rock website. That concludes the superintendent's report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sanko. From there, good evening, Rob Cox. Give us the solicitor report, please.
Good evening, Mr. Salomon. The only thing I have to report tonight is the executive session that the board held on June 29th on a personnel matter.
Okay, thank you, sir. From there, we're going to go to public comment. I do have this sheet. I think, Dr. Sanko, you said there's several people want to speak this evening. I only have 2 signed up, so we'll get through the first 2. If there's other folks, just jump up on up to the podium there, and we'll get you in. If it's for the agenda items first. Public comment is an opportunity for members of the public to address the board. We would ask that you limit your comments to no longer than 3 minutes. Please consider the fact that there may be young children in the audience or watching this broadcast live on CRTV when speaking. It is our goal to maintain a respectful environment so that the members of our community have an equal opportunity to address the board without interruption. While the board welcomes your ideas and will consider them in deliberating an issue, we may not respond to your comments or questions. First up I have on the list is Iman Aziz. Good evening.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Iman Aziz. I'm a rising junior at Council Rock South. It is not only an honor to stand in front of you here today, but an honor to be able to voice my concerns of the Muslim community. Over the past 5 years of being in this district, I've been provided vast opportunities to expand my education, but this came at the expense of my character. From names like towelhead to terrorist, and questions asking me whether I'm going towards the Twin Towers, my once peaceful religion has been exploited, stemming from the lack of knowledge of the religious diversity. And that is why I'm here today, proposing my initiative of getting Eid al-Fitr off as an official holiday on the CR academic calendar. For those who don't know, Eid al-Fitr, more informally known as Eid, marks the end of the 30-day sunrise to sunset fasting period known as Ramadan. 30 students at South fast these 30 days and even more around the district, unnoticed by their teachers and sitting in the lunchroom surrounded by their friends eating. These 30 days of hardship only make Eid a larger deal as it is a celebration of the conclusion of this event. Eid is celebrated similarly to Christmas, with a gathering at the mosque in the morning and celebrations with family and friends the rest of the day. Eid is the most auspicious holiday for Muslims. To celebrate this holiday properly, many students take this day off of school. However, the older they get, the more inaccessible this is. After missing 1 day of work, students are bombarded with 6 classes of lessons and homework to make up, usually the following day, especially for AP and honors students. As a result of this, a number of students do go to school and miss their religious festivities to its fullest extent. Our Muslim students should not have to make the decision of valuing their schoolwork or their religion. We already have other days off, like Christmas, Easter, and Rosh Hashanah, so why can't we have this holiday off as well? The Council Rock School District is upholding and preserving a school calendar that does not reflect the demographic changes of our community and the changes it has gone through over the past couple of years. You are keeping the status quo intact, and that is simply unfair. By doing this, you're giving out the message that Muslims and their Islamic holidays are less important than others. Not only is it hurtful, but also completely wrong. Change must begin this year. Not only that, but many other school districts in our area have started to recognize Eid as a holiday on their calendars. For example, North Penn, the School District of Bristol, the School District of Philadelphia, and states like New York all have Eid off. Since getting Diwali off a few years ago, my education on Hinduism has vastly increased, and I have found this occurring with many other students. My hope is that similarly to this, having Eid off will provide the same opportunity for our students to gain an education on different religions and expand their knowledge. This reduces racial stigmas and stereotypes that occur in school and will prompt religious equity. Our district will certainly be a more welcoming place, not only for Muslims, but for any parents who want their children to gain a holistic perspective of the diversity in our community. While I understand that editing the current school year calendar for this year may be a tough task, I hope you can at least consider. Last year, Central Bucks modified their calendar 2 months prior to the start of school.
30
and
seconds.
5 months prior to the holiday they were voting on. Eid is on April 21st, 2023, so I do believe the board can make things happen. All it takes is initiative. If this isn't reason enough, I would like to end this speech proving how much our community supports this. I've gotten over 400 signatures from change.org and continues to climb today. With that being said, I hope you all can add to this support and make this happen. Thank you for allowing me to speak on this subject, and I hope you can consider having Eid al-Fitr off this year and for years to follow.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who wants to speak on this topic? I'm just going to ask you to say your first name, last name, and the township you're from, please.
Arisha Muzaffer, and sorry, what was that?
Township.
Oh, Langhorne. Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Arisha Muzaffer, and I'm a rising senior at Council Rock High School South. I would like to thank all the board members for giving us this opportunity to speak on this matter. As you've already heard, we are trying to get off from school for Eid al-Fitr. I would like to remind us all of why this is crucial to this community. Every year in this district, I, alongside with other Muslims, will have to take off from school for a day to celebrate a joyous occasion. When we were younger, it was easier for us to make up the work as it was minimal. But as we grew older, the workload that would have been on us if we missed a school day grew, and for some, it was nerve-wracking, and they didn't see the point in making up more work than was necessary. This resulted in missing a day where they could have been celebrating with their family and friends for fasting from sunrise to sunset each day for 30 days. This holiday is as important as any other from any other religion. We are simply asking for the Muslim community to be recognized as it grows bigger and bigger every year in this area. It makes me happy to know that going into my senior year, I have discovered more than 10 students who practice Islam, compared to the 4 or so I knew of during my freshman year. I, alongside with a fellow Muslim, have created a Muslim Student Association at our school, and have given the Muslim students and other students as well the opportunity to learn more about the religion. One of the benefits I see for getting off for Eid al-Fitr is that it allows one a peace of mind knowing that they will not have missing work to make up and be set behind one day than everyone else. Secondly, it gets to show that the Muslims in this area are recognized. It allows us to connect to the society better and have a better image of it. In the past years, it was hard for me to connect with this community as I didn't have many to relate to. But now, as our Muslim population in this area grows, it has given me, along with others, the opportunity to see that Islam is as important as any other religion. I'm kindly asking that you all consider putting this into action for it to be implemented for the 2022-2023 school year, because I can safely say that the Muslims who will be seniors this year would like to see themselves be recognized and see the change that they have always dreamed of seeing before they graduate. It deserves the same amount of attention as the other holidays, and by giving us off for this one, we can make sure that the Muslims of this community are recognized. Thank you.
Is there anybody else on this topic? Just your name and what township you're from, please.
Nora Lane Kiwan, and from Warminster.
You're from Warminster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You go to Council Rock?
South, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you're on the edge.
Yeah, like right in the middle.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Nora Lane Kiwan, and I'm a rising senior at Council Rock High School South. I want to start by thanking you all for giving me the opportunity to talk about why we should have Eid off and to be a voice for the Muslim community. As a minority, being singled out from others has always been a pretty difficult thing to deal with, seeing people consistently undermine the importance of my religion. I've been called names like terrorist, been asked if I've had weapons in my school bag, and many more things from people who aren't educated on their religion in any way. I still experience today somewhat in our school district. I'm constantly overlooked by teachers, students, and sometimes even friends during the 30-day fasting month of Ramadan, which comes with its own struggles. But from aside these emotional aspects, my education is also affected. As a student, I have to decide whether taking the day off is worth the added stress of makeup work. This decision becomes harder and harder being an AP and honors student, hence these rigorous courses do not dial down on their workload and lessons. As a child, this decision was such a hard one, but as I approach my final year in high school, my responsibilities and expectations have increased. The consequence of not taking the day off results in missing out on the celebration itself and not being able to enjoy the holiday with my family. This makes me as a Muslim feel as if the religion is not appreciated the way that other religions have been. Over the last couple of years, the Diwali became an official holiday on the CR academic calendar, and since then, mine and other people's understanding of the holiday itself and Hinduism has expanded. The more change we bring towards religious acceptance, the more educated people will become on the matter of not just theirs, but others' religious beliefs. Prohibiting this action sends out a message that you are all okay with Islamic holidays being deemed less important. A holiday such as Christmas and Hanukkah are widely celebrated and given an abundance of recognition, so why can't Eid? Standing here tonight to speak to all of you, I want you all to know that not only do we have the support of Muslims in our community, but various other groups that are ready to see this change. I look forward to, hopefully, having your support in this initiative that I want to see happen this 2022-2023 school year, as it is my final year in the district. Thank you all for taking the time to listen. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Good evening. Just state your name and where you're from. What township? Thank you.
Mallory Marisan, and I'm from Southampton. So I'm here with you tonight to speak about an ongoing problem in our district. As of now, the Crsd school calendar does not allow students and staff to have off for the holiday of Eid. The celebration marks the end of a month-long fast for Ramadan. The day is typically celebrated by visiting family and friends, giving presents, and enjoying large meals, and other activities that bring the Muslim community together. However, this day is not as joyous for Muslim students in our district because the school day gets in the way. Whether that be most of the day being spent in school or the whole experience being soured the next day with the loads of work that they miss. This is especially troubling for those who are in AP, honors, or any other rigorous courses. There is no reason for why an entire religious population in our district should have to pick between their education and their religion. Although I am not personally Muslim, I am asking for you to join me in support of the community by backing this change. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Sue, thank you. Anyone else? Good evening. I just need your name and what township you're from, please.
I'm Co McGinn, and I'm from Northampton Township. Okay, so as a graduate of Council Rock South this past June, I believe respect and diversity can always be enhanced and celebrated by the Council Rock School District. The Crsd mission statement reads as follows: as a leader in educational excellence and a vital source in the community, the Council Rock School District is committed to children and will empower them with skills and knowledge through comprehensive, innovative, and diverse educational experiences, enabling them to achieve self-fulfillment and to become productive, responsible citizens who contribute to the world community. It is in the spirit of the Crsd mission statement that I urge you to consider my request. There are 1.8 billion Muslims in the world today, and it's the second largest religion in the world. And although the percentage of Muslims in Bucks County is relatively low, I have, in my experience in Council Rock, observed more practicing Muslims attending Crsd schools. Eid is the most important holy day in Islam. It comes at the end of the holy month of Ramadan and is celebrated worldwide. Therefore, I strongly urge you to consider the closing of Crsd schools on Eid, just as schools in Crsds are closed for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Diwali, winter and spring breaks, which allow for the religious celebrations of Christmas, Easter, and Passover. Even though I do not practice Islam, I truly think there's a benefit to having Eid off for students who do not practice this religion. Having Eid off will benefit students by raising their awareness of other cultures on which we do not receive much education. Having a school day off will also respect people that celebrate Eid because they can celebrate their culturally religious holiday without the burden of schoolwork. Council Rock is an excellent school district, but it can be even more promoting of diversity, respect, and tolerance in its schools by providing a celebratory day off from Eid. This will honor the cultural richness of Muslim students and raise awareness of diversity among all students. Thank you for listening, and consider my request for the embracing of cultural diversity in our Crsd schools.
Thank you. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Eden Cower. I'm part of Northampton Township, and I'll be a rising junior this year. Tonight, I'm here to present to you the reasons why we should have Eid al-Fitr off for the upcoming school year. Eid al-Fitr is a major Muslim holiday celebrating the end of Ramadan, a holy month of fasting, prayer, and self-reflection. During Eid al-Fitr, family and friends gather to share a delicious meal to end their fasting. However, on the upcoming school calendar, we don't have Eid al-Fitr off. This is very concerning, as many Muslim students are forced to take a day off of school if they'd like to celebrate this holiday. However, taking just one day off of school requires making up all classwork and homework assignments from 6 different classes. This is especially challenging for our AP and honors students. And some may argue that students could just take the day off and it would be fine, but many students are forced to not take the day off and attend school, which forces Muslim students to miss seeing their long-distance relatives and celebrating this very holy holiday. Muslim students should not have to choose between attending a geometry lesson or seeing long-distance family members and reuniting with them for a holy holiday. As a part of this Council Rock community, Muslim students deserve to be heard and represented, and that is why we should have Eid al-Fitr off for the upcoming school year. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Anybody else? Okay, from there, I'm going to go to Priscilla Linden. Good evening, ma'am.
My name is Priscilla Linden, and I'm going to read a statement from a fellow neighbor who could not make it this evening. But first, I'd like to compliment the students. You do honor to your parents, who I'm sure are very proud of you, and you are a testament to the possibilities for civil discourse and civic involvement resulting from Council Rock education. I'm reading the statement from Dr. Marwan Sadat, who lives in Washington Crossing. Now well into his 80s, Dr. Sadat arrived in this country from the Middle East as a teenager, and while not a practicing Muslim today, he supports the establishment of Eid as a holiday as proposed by the students of Council Rock. As a businessman and engineer, his success was built on the support of people from a variety of countries practicing many different religions. Eid al-Adha in Arabic, roughly translated, means holiday of the vigil, and is celebrated for about 10 days in the month known as Du al-Hijjah. Eid is celebrated by Muslims on the 10th day of Du al-Hijjah, when at least once in their lifetimes Muslims return from a pilgrimage to Mecca. It is the holiest of Muslim holidays, and Muslims perform the act of giving and friendship by sacrificing food and distributing the meat to family, friends, the poor, and homeless. Muslims are also encouraged to be especially friendly and to reach out to one another during this period. The Council Rock School District has been supportive of the most important holidays of many religions. As we try to build bridges in this ever-changing world, we need to acknowledge the many contributors to our diverse world. Please consider the request of our students. Thank you.
I have nobody else on the list. We'll move on from here. Dr. Thorwart, we're going to, and the board and the audience, we do have some folks in the audience that Dr. Sanko mentioned earlier here with their families, so we're going to move some items around on the board agenda, so bear with us for a little bit here.
You want me to take personnel actions?
Yeah, let's go down to finance personnel actions, KL, and then after they're done, we're going to go into, we'll do J after that as well. Thank you.
Then we'll pivot back up and
Go all the way back up to the top. Yes, thank you.
you want me to take personnel actions then?
Do the personnel actions first, please.
Sure. I move to approve the personnel actions as contained in the attachment to this agenda, and further move to approve the personnel actions addendum as contained in this agenda.
Second.
Second, Mrs. McKay. Is there any further comment from the board on this? Can we do a roll call for this, please?
Michael Thorward,
Yes.
Miriam McKee,
Yes.
Joseph Hidalgo,
Yes.
Ed Solomon,
Yes.
Mike Roosevelt,
Yes.
Bob Hickey,
Yes.
Yoda Pally,
yes,
Kristen Marcel,
Yes.
and Edward Tate.
Yes. We'll move on to item J, or do you want to? Do L first. We did L. We did K and L together.
Okay.
So do we want,
But the families are here, Dr. Sneakum.
you want to pause for that? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, board, for that. Congratulations to our candidates, and welcome to the team in your new role. And at this time, if you would like to come up one at a time for a few words. Let's start with Mr. Devlin. I saw his hand up.
Roses.
Anthony Devlin, Holland, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Dr. Sanko. Thank you, Board. Thank you, Cabinet, for allowing me the opportunity to serve Council Rock School District. I was very accomplished in my past roles, and I look forward to having a very accomplished career here at Council Rock. Thank you again.
Anthony, welcome to the show, as I like to say. Congratulations. Looking forward to a long, prosperous career here with the kids and your family, obviously. I don't want anything lost on this board. The gentleman sitting to my left, Dr. Lambert's been here for many, many years. There may be a room named after him, and he's been here long enough and has made such an impact. Several, I don't know, weeks turns into months. Chuck, I asked, and then I know Mike and I called you and emailed you, and we had conversations, and I said, you know, Mrs. Lambert, would you mind leaving Chuck with us a couple more weeks? We're in the middle of a transition. His leadership is needed at this time. This man stood up for this district, and that won't ever get lost on me. You can retire now, Chuck, but the one thing I said to you last time, please keep the phone on. The man to my right values your judgment in a lot of things, and you will be missed. So that should not be lost on the board. It's a great day for Mr. Devlin. It's probably a greater day for Mr. Chuck Lambert or Dr. Chuck Lambert. Chuck, thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Big shoes to fill, Anthony. Big shoes.
You keep saying Chuck has big feet. It's not fair.
Did I see another hand out there? Mrs. Tomlinson?
Hello, Althea Tomlinson. I was trying to get Buff to go next, but he kind of like shrugged me off. I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to Dr. Sanko. Thank you to the board. Thank you to the cabinet, to the committee that hired me. I am very excited to be a part of this team, and I'm very happy and honored to continue my service to the Council Rock School District, to the students, the staff, the parents, the community in this new position. I want to thank the many students and staff members whom I've worked with over the past 22 years, many of whom are in this room. I've learned so much from my experience, and I hope to bring all of that into this position. I have learned that it takes a lot. It takes a team. It takes a family of people to put students first and bring forward the best. And so I also need to thank my family who have been endless support to me and are here tonight. My husband, Bill, my daughter, Joey, my son, Liam, and our friend from France, Mayo, who is here with us as well. So thank you so much. And I appreciate their continued support as we move into this new chapter in Council Rock. Thank you.
Mrs. Mangold?
Thank you so much. When I look around this room and I see so many faces whose paths I have crossed or have yet to cross, such a long history of me being in this room. The first time I was in here, I think it was a PTO representative. It's a long time ago. However, there is nothing more invigorating for a teacher than to be given an opportunity to try something new for the first time. I couldn't be more proud to represent Council Rock teachers in the STEAM effort that we're undertaking this year. I have an idea who the group is. I'm thrilled to death that our students are going to have the opportunity to do things that I know are out there. One of the things I'm really excited about doing is bringing the outside STEAM world into Council Rock. So with your permission, I would like to get to work getting Council Rock back to all the beautiful and wonderful things that it is. So thank you very much.
And Mr. Raddick, I was looking at all the names, Althea, Anthony, Andrea. I couldn't come up with an A for you. I didn't know whether I went with Buff or John. Could not find an A. But Mr. Raddick.
Thank you, Dr. Sanko and the central office team. Thank you to the School Board of Directors, the CR South admin team, CR South students, staff, families, and my colleagues that are here tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Funk for taking the central office position and having yours become available. Al, it has been an honor and privilege to work with you for the past 15 years. During that time, your inspiration and guidance has been had a profound impact on my career. Thank you. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, and after my sophomore year of high school, I remember my brother's 2 years behind me, finished in 8th grade. My parents sat us down and said, "We're moving to Richboro, and you're going to Council Rock High School." And I said, "Wait, what?" "We're going where?" And then I fast forward 2 years as I was graduating from Council Rock and walking down the aisle at the stadium, and I just thought, I'll be back. I don't know in what capacity I'll be back, but I need to come back to pay this forward. I need to come back to have every student feel on graduation night the way that I feel right now. So I'm thankful to my parents and my brother and his family. I am thankful to my parents for buying that house in Richboro. Thanks goes out to people that are here tonight. My wife, Sue, you are truly the wind beneath my wings. Crsd is here, my daughter. Her husband, Ryan, is not here, but her kids, Anthony and Julia, are here, and Alyssa and Kira are home with Ryan. My son, Eric, is here with his wife, Melissa. Their son, Braden, is here, and their other son, Grayson, is home asleep, but he's not by himself. I mean, he's got something. Finally, at CR South, we will strive to help all students achieve their goals and become productive members of society. And of course, we will focus on students first, always. Thank you.
And for the 4 of you and your families and friends who are here, if you want to take a moment, we'll give you a few minutes to come on up and take a picture, if you'd like to do that.
He was throwing. Thank you.
He tried to throw his chest. Thanks again.
Hi, I'm Donna. I actually work. Do you really? Yeah. I know. Good for you, though. I liked I didn't even. Don't worry about it. It sounded really good.
All right, see you soon.
Yeah, he did just did.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, folks, we're going to reconvene the meeting. Dr. Thorward, I'd ask that you continue down M, then N, I can say that, and then we'll jump back up and finish up with J.
Okay.
Please.
Sure. Letter M, I move to approve the annual salary increase for the Act 93 group as well as the confidential employees pursuant to the Act 93 agreement between the Act 93 group and the Council Rock School District.
Have a second, please.
Second.
Mr. Hickey. Is there any comment from the board on this? Any objections? All right, hearing none, I'm going to ask the secretary to mark that unanimous. Letter N, please, sir.
Sure. I move to approve the release and settlement agreement as contained in the attachment to this agenda.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Marcel. Any comment from the board? I'm going to ask for a roll call on this. Madam Secretary, please.
Marion McKee,
Yes.
Joseph Hildago,
Yes.
Ed Solomon,
Yes.
Mike Roosevelt,
Yes.
Bob Hickey,
Yes.
Yoda Pally,
Yes.
Kristen Marcel,
Yes.
Edward Tate,
Yes.
and Michael Thorward.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Thorward. Go up to letter J, and then we'll go back to the top.
Letter J, I move to approve the agreement with ABM Industry Groups LLC for custodial services as attached to this agenda and featuring a 10-month term commencing on September 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023, with 2 one-year options to renew exercisable in the district's sole discretion.
Second, Mr. Hidalgo. Any comments from the board? Dr. Sanko, do you have anything on? You good? I'm going to ask for a roll call on this as well, please.
Joe Hidalgo,
Yes.
Miriam McKee,
Yes.
Bob Hickey,
Yes.
Ed Tate,
Yes.
Kristen Marcel,
Yes.
Mike Roosevelt,
Yes.
Dr. Thorward,
No.
Yoda Pally,
Yes.
and Ed Solomon.
No. Motion passes 7-2. All right, if you don't mind, Dr. Thorward, we're going all the way up to the top. Approval of the meeting minutes, F, and work our way back down.
I move to approve, hang on. I move to approve the minutes of the meeting of the Board of School Directors held on June 16th, 2022, and I further move to approve the special meeting minutes from the School Board of Directors meeting held on June 23rd, 2022.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Marcel. Any comments from the board? Any objections? Hearing none, I'll ask the secretary to mark that unanimous. Letter H, if you don't mind, Mike, just finish it up, please.
Sure. I move to approve 3 voting delegates for the PSBA Delegate Assembly.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Marcel. Mrs. Everly, do we need to elect them? It'll be,
3 delegates you need, 1 including the board secretary.
so you'll be there, and then you need 2 other representatives. Okay. Does anybody want to volunteer from the board? Love that word, volunteer. You can always put me in. I throw more hours on my plate. It's good stuff. All right, Dr. Thorward, there we go. All right, do you need a roll call on this?
No, just a motion.
Okay, the motion was read.
Well, we need a
Motion.
motion to those 3 names. Everly, Thorwart, and Salmon.
Okay, I'll craft one as we go. I move to appoint Everly, Thorwart, and Salomon as the PSBA Delegate Assembly representatives for this year.
Second.
Now I need a second, Mrs. Marcel. All right, any objection? You better not, because you didn't volunteer. All right, hearing none, I'm going to ask the secretary to mark that unanimous. All right, from there, we're going to go to item for discussion 3A, the 2023-24 school year. Dr. Sanko?
So the board has previously approved the 23-24 school year calendar. One of the students that spoke at public comment tonight approached Dr. Thorwart and myself. We did go and have a meeting with that young lady and listen to what we heard tonight in large part in public comment. And what is on the agenda tonight is, though you already approved the 23-24 school year calendar, we put together a draft of one for 23-24 that would include Eid as a holiday and a day off of school.
Any board conversation on this discussion?
Yeah,
Dr. Thorwart, start.
First, I'll start by saying I'm in support of this. I was in support of Diwali, and it wasn't that long ago that we did that religious holiday too. To the students' statements up there, if you're going to represent one religion, we're going to represent them all. That's just the way it works in this country. So I'm supportive of it. When we spoke with the student not that long ago, about a month ago, next year's tough, but I'm going to ask Dr. Sanko if we can lean on teachers to either lighten the load or see if there's something we can do to recognize, the statements made. I have an AP student in my house. I know how it goes. So unless Dr. Sanko's got a way to do it for next year, I didn't get the impression we could. It was a little late in the game. But for the 23-24, it looks pretty clean. So, we've done it before. I'm going to rally the board here. I don't know how you single out one religion over another. So here's where we're at. To their points, that's where I'm at.
Mrs. McKay, please.
Thank you very much. I'm also supportive of this, as I was, Diwali, and I really thank the members of our community who spoke so eloquently to this tonight. So definitely in support of this. I'm just curious if you could please help me understand, Dr. Sanko, what the difficulties would be of trying to implement it for the coming school year.
So we already have the calendar approved. We have our professional development calendar approved. And calendars that the community doesn't see that are behind the public's eye are the calendars with eSchool and our internal systems. At any given time, our people could be working on last year's eSchool calendars, the current year's eSchool calendars, and next year's eSchool calendars. And that number could range to 200 to 300 calendars at a time. The other thing with regard to this school year, because we have our start dates already slated for teachers who are new to us and will volunteer to come in August, as well as our return dates, we're just short on time to try to make that happen this year. I will say that when Dr. Thorwart and I met with that student, I committed that if we could not do it this year, and it was the direction of the board, we would do our best to do it next year. And in the interim, we would ask our teachers to be mindful not to assign homework the night before, the day of, and no exams as well.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Mrs. Marcel, please.
I just wanted to echo the comments from my fellow board members and just to thank the students for emailing us and for Dr. Thorwart, Dr. Sanko for taking the time to meet. I just think we do get, thankfully we get less emails now than we used to, but it's always nice to see emails from students. And it was just wonderful to see the confidence and the poise of all the students tonight. So just thank you to everyone. It was very positive.
Yeah, I'll just add, we're continually growing this community here, and diversity and holidays are going to pop up and events that we never planned on in a school calendar, and I applaud the kids to email the board. But I also thank Dr. Thorwart and Dr. Sanko for sitting down with the kid. It's refreshing to actually sit down with the student and hear from them one-on-one and not from just an email. So my compliments to you guys for doing that lunch. Yeah, we have to be open because they're coming. They want to be in Council Rock, these families. They're coming from all over. We should be welcoming. And we should know that this might be a reality for many years to come. So yeah, whatever we need to do, I'll support the administration and doing whatever they need to do to get it done. Okay. You have your orders. They're good.
You got what you need? Yeah.
Okay. From there, we'll move to Education Committee. Good evening again, Mrs. McKay.
Thank you, Mr. Salmon. There was no Education Committee to report on. As referenced by Dr. Sanko, our meeting from August has been moved to September 22nd. Having said that, I move to approve consent agenda items B through Q as contained in the attachment to this agenda.
A second. Mrs. Marcel. Any objections or comments from the board? Seeing and hearing none, I'll ask that to be marked unanimous consent as well. Mrs. McKay.
Thank you. I move to approve the PDE required special education plan for 2022 through 2025. This will become a component subject to further review and revision of the district's comprehensive plan for 2022 through 2026.
Second.
Second, Dr. Thorwart. Any board conversation or objection? Dr. Lambert, any comment on this at all? Do you have any comments before this meeting's over?
Sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Do you have any comments before the meeting? It's your last shot, Chuck.
The special ed plan it's available for public view. As I said, we did get some comments on it. We made some adjustments. We didn't get, not a lot, but we will also be looking at this next year as we go through the comprehensive planning process.
Great, thank you. All right, no objections. I'm going to ask to mark that unanimous as well. From there, we're going to go to the Bucks County IU. Ms. Pally, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me.
You're coming through loud and clear.
And I've
Good
been
evening.
watching you, but the delay on YouTube is kind of different. Anyway, I do have a quick update. The Bucks County IU board meeting was on July 19th, a couple of days ago. There were many service agreements and leases and contract renewals that were reviewed and approved. Also, the comprehensive plan for the 2022 through 2025 was approved. But the most important presentation for us was the legislative report that included the 2022-2023 K through 12 public education funding. So the state has a $45.3 billion budget, and this is an increase of $1.3 billion from last year, which is about 3% increase. And I think Dr. Sanko's team has already estimated that Council Rock will get about $1.2 million more than it was anticipated. Another big part of this legislative report was the Omnibus School Code. It's a Bill Act 55 of 2022 that was also signed into law. This gives a very big emphasis on school safety and security and mental health programs. Every district will receive $100,000 as a base grant, and then an additional amount based on the district's average daily membership. Now, other entities like the IU will only get $70,000 as a base grant. I had sent this document to the whole board because there's a lot of detail in that, but I'll be happy to forward it again if needed. The only thing to note is the next board meeting for the IU is on August 16th, which is going to be after our next board meeting, which is on August 8th. So we'll probably be not much to report on that for the next meeting from the IU. I think that's all I have to say for the moment, unless you have any questions.
No, thank you. From there, we'll go to MBIT. Mr. Rickey, I believe you're giving the report this evening.
Yeah, it'll be a very quick report. We had no formal meetings, although the process has begun in the search for a new director. With luck, the process will be over by early September. In the meantime, we do have an interim director, so hopefully it'll be a smooth transition. And hopefully we'll have some results in the next month or so.
Great, thanks, Bob. From there, we'll go to the CREF liaison. Mr. Tate, good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. We met Monday and had a discussion about the golf outing that was recently held and some plans for improvements next year. And we got a grand total of $38,000 revenue from the event, and we're going to hold the golf outing next year in May or June. We're going to have a big event this winter. Don't know what it's going to look like yet, but you'll hear more about it. And I think you'll hear more about CREF, not from me, but from others in the coming year. So thank you.
Great, thank you, sir. From there, we'll go to Policy Committee. Dr. Thorwart, a little update.
No update at this point. We've got a meeting on August the 8th, a couple of perfunctory changes to policies and one I want to review. I will just let the board know we were going to do it immediately after the meeting. Depending on the length of the meeting, we'll have to look at the agenda. I'm looking at the policies. There's not much there. We might want to just roll them into the meeting. That'll be at board discretion. I don't care. I guess we can announce that closer to the meeting, right, Rob? Yeah. So there's not much, but if we want to just add them, we can, or we can do it immediately after. It doesn't matter. So that'll be it.
All right, thanks, Mike. From there, we'll go to Finance. Mr. Odago, you only have a portion.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. So we met as a Finance Committee on July 14th,
And next one is August 11th. At the previous Finance Committee meeting, we went over mileage increases from the IRS along with the custodial bids, which just passed there. I think we combined some of the facility items that are also on this agenda for Finance Committee were covered by Mr. Taylor. And I believe that's about all I have unless someone else has something to include. Okay. Then, without seeing any other comments, I'll go to consent agendas, and I'll say, wait, I'm at the wrong thing. Hold on. I move to approve consent agendas B through I as contained in the attachment to this agenda.
Second.
Second, Dr. Thorwart. Any comment from the board? Any objections? Hearing none, I'll ask the secretary to mark that unanimous as well.
And I think we covered the rest of them in this committee. So next committee meeting is August 11th.
Good. From there, we go to the second set of public comment. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to make a public
I'm sorry, did we do N? I just want to remember we did N. Okay.
Priscilla, correct? Good evening again.
I just have one follow-up question. Have you ever published an adjusted calendar before as for weather emergencies, pandemics, other things? That occurs on an emergency basis during the year. The year hasn't started yet. There is time. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in the audience? From there, we'll go to board new business. Any new business of the board? Any old business of the board? All right.
I'm drawn to ask about the ABM contract. Just drawn to ask about it, but I'm not going to. But I was a little surprised and taken back today, to be honest with you. Kind of sideswiped from how the vote went down. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Any old business from the board? Okay, hearing none.
Thanks, Yoda. Take care.